What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's edition of APT Live. Matt Mender here alongside competition czar Matt Fegley, and we can see most of him. He's a little blurry, but that's okay. Mr. Jody Barrett, how are you doing?
I'm doing as well as I can.
There you go. Good old rural Tennessee. Gotta love it. But we got another edition of Thursday Night 9. We'll be covering rules. Biggest news of the night, obviously, Kiawah is open to everybody. So for the 50 of you that sent us emails saying, I really hope this opens to everybody, now's your chance.
That is correct.
So
it probably fills before we're done.
I would think so. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on the screen here. Just be curious. Oh, well, quite a few people were sitting waiting for that to go. So we'll see how that goes.
It went from what, 73 to 95?
It's not 95 yet, but it's starting to move. Certainly some people. Let's see who the first people were. This is always fun. But Kiawah is going to be a great time. Like we said in our Facebook post tonight, get to walk the same place they had the 1991 Ryder Cup, the War on the Shore, site of the 2021 PGA Championship won by Phil Mickelson. Was he the oldest major champion in history?
Yep.
There, I didn't put that in the post, but I thought that was the case.
At least that's what I understand. I don't think there's been anybody older, but
Rory won
Cool.
Kiawah.
yeah, in 2000, was that 11? That was 11, 12, something like that.
Allen.
One of them there years.
Yeah, Kiawah is now open to everybody, so that'll be fun. February. There is an on-property stay. There are multiple units. There are one-bedroom units, two-bedroom units. Best value is the three-bedroom unit. You can get a couple of your friends stay in there. Really good property. And for those bringing the wife, we hear about this a lot. My wife swears this year we're going to start a social media channel for the wives and girlfriends of the APT. We do have a run-of-the-house rate at the sanctuary for those that want to upgrade the experience and get elite in your resort stay. You will not be disappointed if you are a guest of the sanctuary. So,
Speaking of wives and girlfriends.
yeah, speaking of wives, and yeah, I will tell you that your wife will be happy if you take her there.
That's right.
I promise. So,
Hey, we get to see all of Jody now.
yeah, he's back. Internet is good. We'll have some fun with that.
I look great on my end. I don't know what you guys are looking at.
So, what have you been up to, Jody? You get all your signs picked up yet?
Yep. Sandra picked up. We're slowly getting back to normal.
There you go. I mean, 14 counties of driving around to pick up signs is quite the lift, I would imagine.
Best thing is I got we were finishing out our books this week and got an email from the team earlier in the week saying what I needed in order to make up, cover whatever our last liabilities were. Went by the post office box today and had a check in there that I didn't know was there that covered everything. We're covered.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That is people that have never done a political campaign, not to get political in this, that is not the norm a lot of times. So,
well, one of my opponents who finished with less than half the number of votes that I had, a very distant third, spent $600,000 of his own money. I didn't even have $600 of my own money in this thing. So,
wow.
So it worked out well for me.
It works out. It works out. But this is a golf podcast. We got to get back to the golf podcasting portion of this.
You started it. You asked the question. I wasn't even going to bring it up.
I know. I'm just bringing it back. Bringing it back. Fiscal responsibility is a good thing. So,
that's right.
The Kiawah.
Well, you would think.
You think.
Oh, goodness. So, Fegley, what's your favorite thing about Kiawah? You got to talk about Kiawah for a minute.
I enjoy the grass. The paspalum.
Oh, boy. You're one of those guys.
Well, it's unique. where they tell you the putt is downwind, so it's going to be super fast, and the putt's into the wind, and it's going to be super slow. Like, that's what I remember.
Right. That's fair.
You
The
never.
coastal golf experience is always unique.
Mm-hmm.
So I love walking out the pro shop at sunrise there.
You see, I'm not an early riser, so yeah, you can.
You know, Fegley shows up like 11 o'clock. He's like, just put D2 out last, and I'll be there at 11 to tee off. But one of the best views is the 18th green at Kiowa at sunrise is pretty special when it comes to all that good stuff. So, yeah, we got a lot new chapter to announce tonight. Jody's probably wondering. We actually pre-recorded the interview, so
Great.
he's not live. So if you're wondering why Jody's not there, that's why. We're trying something new today.
Yep.
Excited for that. We got some more rules changes to cover tonight, Mr. Fegley. Continuing to talk through as we're getting through everything. But like you said, if you're not already registered, registration is open for Kiowa. It did open to all members. So seeing some new faces that are going to be in the field, which I think will be a lot of fun.
That's good.
So
Is one of us playing this year?
maybe.
Matt
guys
was
sign?
tempted.
Begley's like, no.
No, I'm not. Matt was tempted.
I'm tempted. You're in
He's
session.
tempted.
You're working.
I've played the Ocean Course. You should play.
Okay, I may play it.
Have you not played
We'll
it?
see. I've never played it.
Oh,
I'm going to play it in December.
okay.
I'm going down to Rated in December.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
there are perks to booking all of these things.
Yes.
And they have a new sales guy. He's like, we should
golf.
come down and let's go play it. I'm like, okay, I'm in.
I'm in.
I will fly to Charleston to meet you to go play the Ocean Course.
There you go.
100%.
I appreciate that invitation.
Invitation extended, buddy. You have it.
Apparently,
Right
I
here
have to
on the
log on to one of these stinking Thursday night nights to find out what's going on around here.
Exactly. I'm the boss. Nobody's telling me what's going on. Jeez.
Hey guys, just so you know, you're watching Jody and my 12th conversation the last 4 months. We're just doing it live on the internet.
Oh, we've conversed. It's just not been face to face.
Yeah.
So it's always fun, but lots of things to tune in. We're going to cover some of the forward tee things tonight. We're going to cover the double dip. We've had some good questions about the double dip. Talk through the player of the year changes a little bit as well. But first, let's introduce you guys to our newest chapter, which is a new market for us in Western Kentucky. And so
I can hardly wait.
Fegley, I'll let you introduce Mr. Brian Packer.
Hey, I handled it on the video. So, Chris, kick it away. All right, everybody, we're trying the new fun part here. We're going to try to do a pre-recorded interview. So I'm here with Brian Packer, our new chapter owner from Western Kentucky. Brian, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing well, man. The sun is finally shining here. I'm in the North Carolina location, and it has been raining for 3 days. So to see the sun has been a nice thing.
We have a beautiful day here. The wind is coming straight out of the north, so it's a little bit chilly.
Little chilly. Yep, it's that time of year. All right. Well, anyhow, just start out with the easy ones. Give me a little history. Give us a little history about your golf past and, all that good stuff.
So I've been playing amateur golf for probably about 12 years now on a plethora of different tours with Golf Channel and then USAM Tour and then Golf Week. And then I've played some APT venues as well. I've enjoyed every one of them. Each event is a fantastic event. I have lots of great friends and I've met a lot of great friends playing golf. And you get to play venues that you normally would never get to play. So it's fun to go play a great venue, but it's also even more fun to go compete on a great venue. And I'm a very competitive person. So I get the best of both worlds doing that.
That's nice. So that's an interesting thing you don't hear a lot. You've only been playing for 12 years. It seems like a long time, but you have been around a little bit longer than 12 years. So a later in the life starter, I guess you could say.
I actually had to finish playing Army before I could lock down myself into one location. And then I really, I was uneducated on as far as amateur tour and playing golf. Once I found out, about the tour events out of Nashville, I hopped in. And the first couple of years was it was an adventure. Most of the time, I found myself in the wrong division, but I've grown with that. So
Nice.
I'm happy now in the division I'm in, and I hope to stay there for a long time.
There you go. It was the competitive side was like, I can take on these guys. Oh, they're good.
When you go into places that you don't know people, it's like, these people can play golf, and I thought I could, but I can't.
That's cool. That's always one of the fun things that we do have some conversations from time to time about on the handicap side of things is, you get the wide berth, right? You get the guy that knows his numbers, knows everything to a T, and wants to maneuver himself. He's like, oh, I really might want to be Division 4 instead of 3. And then sometimes you get the young kids that are like, oh man, put me in Division 1. I'll take on these guys. And then after that first round, they're like, So anyhow, it's kind of a good fun story. So,
and I tell people too, as like when I talk people into joining a tour, I tell them like, whatever you normally shoot, add 5-6 strokes, because there's no gimmies. You got to put everything out, and competitive golf is so much more different than backyard golf with your buddies. So
that's one of the favorite questions on the handicap surveys that we have is, have you played competitive golf before? Because if the answer is no, then you can judge a little bit and be like, okay, we need to remember there's out of bounds, there's no mulligans, and the 2-footer you have to make.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. So in our little brief conversation we had a little bit earlier, you're out in Paducah and looking to have starting, what are we looking at? The first week of March is when you're going to be kicking off. You're going to do like a kind of a meet and greet skins game type thing is what you were looking at?
Yeah, so I have to meet with the course this coming week and actually kind of lock down a date. The director I've already kind of talked to, or the superintendent, I've already talked to him. He's well versed and excited about APT coming to his venue. He was even more excited. He wanted to like, hey, what do you got going on next weekend? Like, no, we're not ready. But he's excited about us coming there. It'll be a meet and greet skins game is kind of my goal for this, just for all the golfers to kind of meet golfers. And since I'm a new kid in the Paducah area, it's an opportunity for them to meet Brian too, and find out what Brian's about and what Brian's bringing to them, because I think it's a special thing. And I'm super excited about it.
That's cool. And is there any particular courses or any of the venues that you do want to talk about now, or just want to kind of be like, all right, I'll let you have it then. Let's talk.
So Drake Creek is one of them. A beautiful golf course, not too far. It's in Ledbetter, Kentucky. A beautiful golf course. Kind of a secret. If you don't know about it, people don't normally go play it, but that's a great venue. The other 3 courses that I have lined up already are the 3 Kentucky State Park courses. Boots Randolph down in Cadiz or Trigg County. Kentucky Dam Village, which just completed the renovation of their greens. So they just put new greens in and just reopened about a month ago. Okay. Absolutely fantastic venue. So scenic. And then probably one of my favorite golf courses around this area is Mineral Mounds. It's on the lake. You hit some golf balls over the water and over the lake. And it's a fantastic venue, but I will give you a tip that if you don't know how far you hit a golf ball, bring lots of golf balls with you.
Fair enough. Oh man. Well, I joked with you. I said, well, I'll bring up the fun story I had. My mom and I played Kentucky Dam Village 25, 30 years ago. And me being a knucklehead kid, I was driving the golf cart, and I to this day, I forget what hole it was. It might've been the 7th, 8th hole. I don't really remember, but if I'm on the golf course, I will remember, because you come over a hill and then the cart path takes a rather sharp turn to the left. And I was like coming down the hill, and it's those older gas carts and not much of a governor on it. And I'm coming over the hill and I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, Mom, I'm going fast and I got to take a hard turn. Hold on. And she goes, huh? About the time she said, huh, I'm cutting the wheel. And my mom was doing a barrel roll out the golf cart. So.
Well, hopefully she had some gymnastics in her history and, could cut a cartwheel and be fine.
She got up and was like, Sorry, Mom. But
Did you get fired from driving the cart? Like, okay, you're in the passenger seat now.
she let me, oddly enough, she did let me continue to drive for some weird reason. It could have been she was, a little bruised and was like, just, I've been out of the cart once. I don't need to. Anyhow. Oh, shoot. So it's going to be a good, exciting time. I mean, you do kind of hit a geographic area that, we touched on a little bit. You get the western part of Kentucky, you get a little bit north and west of Nashville, and then you get south and east of St. Louis. So, it's going to be exciting that off the start there, you're within driving distance. So a bunch of other Memphis even is, not too terribly far, but
right,
kind of in that nice area that hasn't been served. Looking forward to it. So again, we got March coming, and then we'll just see where that schedule takes us. When do you think you're going to have to be able to start seeing some events pop up on the schedule? How's that going, by the way? Are you having fun with the computing systems?
It's been a learning experience for me on the backside. It's different to show up at a venue as a player, and I had time to go play golf, and you get your name called at the first tee, and you're off taking care of business, playing golf, enjoying the day. As I've signed myself up for this tour director job, I didn't realize that how in depth it was. On the backside of things, which brought me to a brand new level of respect of, what you all do on a daily basis to put a great tournament together for the players. It's absolutely amazing. So, I'm jumping in both feet, but I'm holding my breath most of the time. I'm like, oh boy. But I'm learning as I go. I'm sure I'll stumble and fall, but I'll pick myself up, brush myself off, and here we go again. But I've put together contracts already. Now it's just next week I'll spend my time visiting. My goal is to by Thanksgiving have a schedule out for next year. I'm looking at 11 events to kind of get us rolling. And we'll just, hope it goes well. Hope it goes well.
That's cool. Are you planning, just like besides the chapter owner stuff as a player, are you planning on traveling a little bit this year? Do you have any of the majors identified that you're going to go play on, or any of the courses around?
I've looked at them. I haven't locked anything down. I traveled last year with my wife, and we went to California and played Torrey Pines, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
And then of course last fall I played Dancing Rabbit, which is a great venue down there too. Last fall. So there will be venues over the summer that I will travel to and go play. It depends on how my schedule goes.
Right.
And, I might just be taking a weekend off and be like, whew,
forget golf. Forget golf for a day. That sounds good, man. Well, it's great to have you on board. We are at, that was 10 minutes to a T. So again, thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot for the info. We're looking forward to getting started out there. And like I said, hopefully some of the folks can travel around and gives us another opportunity as you grow the market there, but then gives folks another time to go travel and take a look at other parts of this great country. So again, absolutely. Brian, appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you so much. And again, thank you for for everything y'all do. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a tour director in your great tour. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Cool.
All right.
Well, that's Brian Packer. I'm excited to have him on board. He's a good dude. He's been playing a lot of St. Louis events, and he's going to do right by the players. He understands what we're trying to accomplish, and he's going to be really good. So all the guys in Southern Illinois that are looking for a place, option in Paducah is going to be a good spot. New area, the very Southern Indiana guys, Evansville, those guys are going to have a good option on APT now. So it's going to be fun.
There's some good options up in that area too. It's kind of a sneaky good golf community. So it'll be good. The Indianapolis guys, they'll be able to meet kind of halfway. There's some areas there that they can come down and play some nice courses. So it'll be good.
Yep. Yeah. And on the way back from the North American, we got a good couple hour stop there to advertise for Brian as our trailer broke down as we're driving through his territory. So
great.
Few miles south of Paducah. So everybody in Cadiz, Kentucky already knows about the APT, target-rich environment. pretty sure the whole town knew that our trailer broke down on the way back. So
Well, hopefully you didn't throw a trailer tire into another vehicle on the interstate.
we did not. That just happened to you, and we are very glad you are okay. So
Nobody's more glad than I am.
yeah, no, absolutely. So they did not coordinate the shirts,
No.
guys.
It was dumb luck, man. We both shut up. We were like, guess it's
There you go.
so good
So
times.
I see Chris Randolph in the comments. Speaking of Chris Randolph, where's our trophy?
Somewhere in Nashville, I don't know. Chris didn't polish it, so we didn't even really want it. So we're like, whatever, you guys can have it for another year.
I just had to ask.
Okay, well, next year for the Founders Cup, y'all need to at least polish it.
I may make a trophy case right behind me just for these Thursday night lives.
Completely fine. Completely fine. I wouldn't expect anything different. So, but it's all good. Well, we got all kinds of fun stuff to get to. Some good local events this week too.
Mhm.
Fags, have you checked into those yet?
Oh boy. All right. Maryland, I think I just looked at his. He's at Musket Ridge, right?
So let's see. I'm pulling in now, so we got this. Got the Texas Cup this weekend.
Mhm.
Dallas Houston Ryder Cup. That'll be fun.
I like the Monsters Ball.
Yeah,
Yes.
upstate's at Timberlake. Place is good. Good stories behind that. Edgewater for Charlotte. Musket Ridge is really good in Maryland. And then the home course.
Oh,
I love the home course.
dynamite.
Really good track.
The first time we went to Chambers, I remember we both flew in and ran immediately to go play the home course and got to play that place until sunset. And that was a pretty good little spot.
A really great place to watch the sun go down. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So I think the next time we go back to Chambers Bay, it may have to be one day at the home course, one day at Chambers Bay.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
Or at least a Friday event there, something like that.
Yeah, the home
For
course
sure.
is really home course. If you're in Seattle, is a must play for sure. Peavey Farms is fun. St. Louis, Utah's got their Southern Swing. They're down in the good old St. George area. So lots of good stuff. Lots of good participation. Participation's up in the fall over last year. So there's some pretty good big fields. I mean, Upstate sold out 72 players at Timberlake. Tulsa's got 54 this weekend. Charlotte's got 60. Maryland sold out. Peavey, we just extended with a shotgun, and people keep calling us like we have no more spots. So we'll have some fun with it. But
Officially out of room.
definitely some opportunities with the 365-day membership to play more in the fall. Just got back from a great major at Homestead. That place was really, really special. Two really good golf courses there. And 90, I'm guessing 94 because you're coming, right, Jody, to Suelo?
Yes, I'm coming to Suelo.
Nice.
Sweet.
Well, so you remember the last time we played Suelo, we finished the Red Rock Championship in St. George at Sand Hollow at about 3 p.m. and drove to Suelo, which, in case you're wondering, is a really stupid idea.
Beautiful drive, though.
Yeah.
Beautiful drive until it's the middle of the night.
Yes.
There's no
I
deer
remember getting
worry.
in at like 2:30 in the morning.
You don't have to worry about deer in Arizona, at least.
At least a little bit further south like that.
Some tumbleweed and not having cell phone coverage for 6 hours of the drive, but no big deal. We've done a few of those out west in our tenure, Jody.
There's not an easy way to get from St. George to Flagstaff either, by the way.
No.
No, and we did not take the suggested easy way, which was go back to Vegas and drive the highway. No, we just took country roads.
Well, yeah, you'd never seen it before. I had to make sure that you got to see it.
I got the full experience.
That's right.
We didn't run out of gas. We did stop at kind of the foothills of the Grand Canyon, if I remember right.
Mhm.
It was pretty awesome. It was pretty good. So, but yeah, we'll get into some rule stuff. So
Rules? We don't have no
rules. You want to start with the double dip?
Yeah, I mean, I had a good conversation with a member. We called as they were one of the locations that had the senior divisions that we've now gone away from. So we're now doing the senior net, which allowed us to do the open net. So again, there's a double dip option for every player, no matter your age. And that was the big thing that we were going over, just making sure that folks understand it. That, the senior option now throughout the country is a net game where you get your APT index if you're a validated member. You get your 12-month low if you have a GIN. If you have neither, you get the low end of the division. It's pretty simple. But again, it's a good way. What we saw with the senior divisions was that if a senior player played well, they were generally really competitive and, sometimes mostly won the open division. So it was a way for us to kind of mix it up and give other folks an opportunity to play, as well as help those players that are at the lower end of the division. I'm not the lower end, but the upper end with the higher handicaps to have a chance to be competitive where, if they had that 1 in 10 round, they were mid pack to the top third, they might have collected a little bit, but if they actually, get out there, take on their handicap and do well above it, beat it by a couple shots, finish 1-2 under, they can compete in that net contest and be pretty good and get a trophy. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting. One of the things to talk through, we look at St. Louis, which has been a big senior division. There's been a little bit of hesitancy because we've been senior divisions for 4 years. I'm like, guys, senior net probably becomes the largest prize pool every week, mid-am net as well. And one of the things I really like about it, because and you can say, Fagley, you were a much early adopter of the net idea than either Jody or myself. It took me a while to get there, studying what the numbers would look like, watching how it worked at majors, watching how it works out. The thing I love about it is it rewards you when you play well. And so when you show up at an event and you play really well, the prize you win in your division is going to, multiply. And if you're at the top end of the division, you're still, where you're struggling to compete in the stroke gross play because you might have just got promoted. As you continue to get better and your handicap drops, you'll be rewarded in these net competitions, both mid-am net for those under 50, senior net for those over 50. And so, St. Louis, first time we did senior net with an actual leaderboard, here's how it worked out. I thought it was interesting. Far Oaks is typically a slump buster. So it's historically promotion city. Now we had a little bit tougher conditions, but it still plays pretty easy. So here's senior net. We had 46 people in it. So it's the biggest prize pool of the day, 335 for first. Tie for first, Dan Bust, Mike Lingenfelter at 1 under par net. So D1 guy, D2 guy, 1-2. Third place was a D4 guy at +1. Fourth place is 3 D3 guys at +2. And then you go +3, rounded out the money. So 46 guys paid 8. Balance across all the divisions. So pretty cool to see that and see people from all the divisions competing in it, because that's one of the things we've heard, like, hey, D1 guys can't win senior net. And I talk to Jeff Helms all the time. Actually look at our net champion, our net player of the year last year in St. Louis among all flights was Chad Crawford, D1 guy. So doing handicaps the proper way, you do see some good results. And I thought it was interesting to kind of look at it. There's nothing in that senior net contest in St. Louis that I wouldn't show our buddy Yip Strickler. Say, take it away, buddy. Nobody shot net 63, so we're good.
No, not at all. So yeah, it was a good thing, and it was good to see how you guys did that first round and have results like that, where a good mix of the divisions, strokes were pretty spot on. So again, it's a good thing, and just wanted to get it out there and get some discussions about it to remind folks exactly where we're going this year. And
right,
we think it works, and the future holds what it holds.
It should be fun. Chris says didn't know senior net was all divisions. So senior net, that's the double dip now. If you're over 50, it's into the senior net. If you're under 50, it's into the mid-am net. So everybody's in their division contest. And part of it too is we ran the numbers. Like, I can only speak to St. Louis because those are the numbers off my top of my head, but if you won the senior division, there was like a 75% chance
Mhm.
you were also going to win the open division. So with it being handicapped, the scores that were winning the senior division were the same scores that were winning. You either played well and
You did.
or you didn't. So makes sense, creates a different contest, more prize pool. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Jody, what do you want to add to that?
I'm just glad to have another opportunity to win.
Jody's been
As,
cleaning up
as an old
senior
guy.
night.
As an old guy.
So
Look, I've been sniping off the par 3 contest. So
hey,
Yep.
par 3, par 5's been popular. So I got a little W in the par 3 contest as well at Homestead. I was pretty excited about that until I learned that my wife had sent the gift card to her and not my email. So
well, I just got a pair of shoes, 2 dozen golf balls, and new grips for my irons with the gift cards I had from my par 3 challenge wins.
Nice. So just so you know, when you reach out, if you're wondering if you had a worldwide gift card, they actually gave us a link that you can look up via your email and it'll pull all your gift cards up for you. It is
Sweet.
primo. I'm like, and they're like, we've had this all along. We didn't tell you about it. We're like, no. So using worldwide gift cards, guys, just got a whole lot easier. Just obviously a shout out to Worldwide Golf. They've been a great presenting sponsor. Showed up the North American Championship. Get to interact with our members. They are fantastic to work with, doing some really cool things. And under a lot of different brands. And so you probably have a Worldwide Golf store in your backyard. You just may not know it as Worldwide Golf. You know, Uinta, Vans, Edwin Watts, Golfers Warehouse. There's literally like 20 brands. So worldwidegolf.com, you'll see a store near you. And just throwing a quick shameless plug for them. If you want to take your prizes as a Worldwide Golf gift card, you do get a 10% bonus from them. So $500 becomes $550 pretty quick. So you can get a little extra value out of those.
I'll say this too, on my order, the response and shipping was super quick. I think I got my order within 3 days, 3 or 4 business days.
Nice.
Yeah. So there'll be some opportunities to spend some time with them. They'll be title sponsor of a few of our majors. Finalizing that, I'm sure one of them is going to be Greyhawk for sure, because
Sweet.
that's Rick's home course. So he's real excited about
Nice.
us being out there in May. For those that haven't seen, Cinco de Mayo is going to be in Phoenix at the Talon course at Greyhawk, May 3rd and 4th. It is a Sunday, Monday. We've got early tee times on Monday. So those of you that want to take the red eye back east, you can. But Phoenix is really, really good in early May. So
I like Phoenix. I don't like the red eye.
yeah, I would recommend staying an extra night. But if you must go back and go to work on Tuesday, it is possible if you're east going or if you're west going east to take those flights. So, but yeah, there you go. There's the double dip. So a couple things. I think every APT tournament is going to be the same when it comes to that. Everybody's got the same option to double dip. And no matter how old you are, you have the ability to double dip into either the mid-am net or the senior net. One thing I think of note, guests are not allowed to play in the net games. So you got to be a member to play in the net games. If anybody wants to know why that's the rule, Fegley will draw you a picture. It'll probably start with a bag of sand.
And it's some sand and, you know, like a thief running away in the night, something like that, you know.
Something like that. So there you go. What's next on the list, Fegs?
So I was actually going to the chat. I typed it in the chat, and then it was like, oh, no, the chat, it went away. We had
the forward tee. You've been busy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. We have been busy.
I'm just going to sip on my coffee while you explain this.
I get to talk about this one. Oh, man. All right. So we have
you like to talk so much until we get on these lives.
That is a fair point.
Just
is,
saying.
you know. So, but the forward tee, formerly called the senior tee, is eligibility for players who are 60 and older and who have an index that is greater than 1.5 from the division line. So what do we mean by that? The division line for Division 3 is 8.5. If your index is greater than 10, you'll be eligible to move. The reason being there's some handicap stuff behind that. But it's for those players that are a little older and looking for that yardage. The big thing that we have, and we've gone throughout the country, is we've now made it viewable for everybody. So if you forget where you are, you forget that which tee you were playing, you can check it in your player profile. So every player in their player profile, on their Blue Golf profile, will have a tee assignment. And it'll say the open tee, the forward tee, or super senior for that small select of players that play that super senior net game.
Yep.
We'll leave that alone because we've talked about it enough in previous episodes.
So a couple things to forward tee while we're there. Number one, change this year for Division 1. You can play forward tee until your handicap scratch.
Yep.
Once you become a plus, there is no forward tee for you. And that's because you shoot under par all the time. Because you're a plus.
Because you're a plus.
There you go. So go get it.
Don't blame me for that one. That was you.
That was completely 100% me. No, I think it's a good compromise because I think, there's some of the feedback with the players is D1's D1, and I certainly understand that. But at the same time, you want to have a place for people to be competitive, and the jump can't be from 3.5 at 6,100 yards to 3.4 at 68. Like that would be problematic. So I think it makes sense. It's worked out really, really well across the board so far. And we'll keep going down the line with that. A couple things I think are important. Number one, once you get assigned a tee, you're on that tee until you either go through the competition committee or you get promoted. So a lot of people think of it as a right. It's more like a division within a division. So once you're an open tee player, you're an open tee player until you go to the committee, go through every week, and we go through these. You processed, 40 requests last night in about 11 minutes?
Yeah, we had
something like that. It was pretty quick.
Yep.
So
and that was the other big change is those of you that have dealt with it in the past that maybe turned 60 over the last year or two. It used to be on your birth date, but now we've done an eligible buy date, and we sent out an email to all the players that were eligible that were turning 60 between now and the end of next year. So you are eligible if you met the criteria of that stroke differential to qualify for the forward tee right now, so you can play it throughout the year. So that was one big change that we had. The communication went out on Tuesday, and we saw a pretty heavy response. Like we got probably about half of the players that were eligible responded in some way. So.
Yeah, so we're also looking to communicate that as players become eligible. The other piece is if you played the forward tee last year or the senior tee last year, you're grandfathered in. So there are some things with the Flight Flex. Encourage everyone to read the members manual. It is all spelled out there in black and white. We're happy to answer questions, handicaps@aptgolf.org. or support@aptgolf.org. Either one of those, get those to you. But we do have a question coming from YouTube. Jody, I'm going to let you handle this. This is a nice little break from the rules. You know that this place is near and dear to my heart, but any thoughts about having a tournament in Hawaii one year?
Oh, absolutely. You and I have talked about Hawaii for some time. We even had somebody make a go at a chapter there. Unfortunately, did not put in the work necessary to get that off and running. But there is a lot of interest in what I would suspect, though, when and if we go that direction, it may not necessarily be a traditional stroke play event. It may just be a buddy trip type deal, something that we put together for our members only. members would be available to play. And if you wanted to bring a guest, a non-member, to come along, they might have to pay a little bit of a markup to be a part of it. So, that may be something we limit to, 20 to 30 people, 32 players, maybe something like that, to where we can get into a couple of different golf properties or resorts out in that area. Maybe spend a week, cover a couple things. So something you and I've talked about, that's kind of my area of expertise, putting together golf trips. And so that's something that I think that we can start looking to offer our members now that we have, grown to the point where we've got tons of great coverage with all the events available. And we still have, when you look at it, participation wise, with our events selling out locally across the country, even when events are sold out, there's still a large percentage of our members that are not playing golf on those weekends. So there's still opportunities for us to get more availability for our members to go and play somewhere if they want to. So I think it's a thing for us to explore and look into as we start heading into 26 and trying to put together a couple of different products for our members to enjoy. And so that's something that I personally will probably be trying to work up over the winter time and maybe come up with 2 or 3 little trips for us to offer everybody.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Hawaii is near and dear to my heart. Maui is quite possibly my favorite place on earth, so I know it well. I see the comments about Kapalua Resort cheap. You're never going to get Kapalua Resort cheap. In fact, the plantation course is coming back nicely. I still have a lot of friends. I played in there's a big skins game that goes on the island every day, and I've got a ton of friends out there that live out there. So I was texting them about it. And when I became a Raider, one of the questions they ask you is name a golf course you want to play every day for the rest of your life. My essay was on the Bay course at Kapalua, which is the sister course of the plantation. It's more down by the water. It's a little bit shorter, more manageable, but just beautiful scenery, fun holes. A lot of places I want to take you to. Honestly, plantation, as much as I love the plantation course and the tour plays there, I'm not hating on it. It's not in my top 5 on the island of Maui that I'd want to take everybody to. There's a lot of great golf. Actually, was just watching Oklahoma University won a collegiate tournament at Kaanapali, which Kaanapali has 2 courses, the Royal and the Kai. The Kai is one of the super fun golf courses that wind affects everything. It's got the old school Bermuda greens with all the Hawaii grain, and everything's about playing angles there and local knowledge. And then got the Royal, which is their championship course. It's just a ton of fun. Those 2 would be in the mix. Certainly the Bay course at Kapalua with an option to play plantation. And then you go down to the other side of the island. You've got down to Wailea. The resort courses at Wailea are beautiful, and you could stay on Maui. And if you got real ritzy, you could go across to Lanai and go play Manele Bay, which used to be accessible, not as much anymore. But that's probably one of my favorite days of golf I've ever done in my life. They used to do a deal, since we're talking about Hawaii. It was $200. You got the ferry ride from Maui to Lanai. You got to play the 2 courses on Lanai, which one is Manele Bay, which is squarely in the top 50. And then they have another golf course called the Experience at Ko'eli, which is up on top of the mountain. You play the front 9, and then you drive a mile uphill to the back 9, and the back 9 a lot of times is above the clouds.
Oh, wow.
And then you played back down the mountain down to number 18, and it's one of the coolest 9 holes anywhere in the world. And so certainly I'm looking forward to teaming up with Jody. We've been talking about it for 5 years. His golf planning. I know where to stay. I know where to eat. I know where to play golf. And so put us together in the logistics, and we can give you guys a heck of a little week-long getaway in Hawaii that would certainly be memorable. And so we'll look forward to doing something like that. If people are interested in that, just hit us up in the comments, shoot us an email, and that probably speeds up the process of us booking it. So,
well, one of the things that from a format standpoint that Matt and I have talked about doing, because we both obviously want to participate in traveling to these places, is maybe do a team event, Matt versus Jody, and whoever shows up, we pick teams and play 3 or 4 rounds of golf against each other and have a big time. So
Yeah, it'll be certainly a good time there. We had a good question come in, Fegley. I'll give this one to you.
Uh-oh.
Pluses and minuses of the forward tees. I actually had a great conversation with Chris Yugi yesterday where he was explaining to me his logic, and he goes, I think I have the math right. And I'm sitting here going, I'm like, do I tell him that he does, that we've been talking about this for like 10 months? But it's interesting because people are trying to figure it out. But what are the plus and minuses of the forward tees? And I think there's a lot of good checks and balances in place here that'll be good in the long term.
And that's the way to talk about it, right? Let's talk about a check and balance, right? So if you're playing in an individual event and somebody's playing 250 yards in front of you, hey, how's that fair? Well, generally it's because the player's not going to hit the ball as far as you do. That balances it for the individual event. But if you think it is a little, out of kilter, well, that's where the long-term handicap situation comes in play, where that player, even though they are playing an easier set of tees, their APT index is rated from the open. So if they shoot 78 and you shoot 78, your APT index is going to be the same. If they beat you and shoot 77 and you shoot 78, their index is going to be low and they're potentially going to get promoted because of it. So that's like the main check and balance there. Now as far as the benefits that go along with that, if you stay on the open tee, if you go through the members manual, there can be some discussions about our flight flex and how that process works. If you're on the open tee, you're going to be given the full flexibility of that. Whereas if you do elect an RF forward tee player, there are some things that do change in the flight flex where you don't get the full benefit. Again, because there is a tee difference between the players and between that yardage. So I think that about covers it, but always looking forward to what you can throw out there.
Yeah, no, I think it's the design is you want to, on the local level, it's really hard in a lot of places to do 5 open divisions and 5 senior divisions, right? And so the idea that started everything is you want to keep the divisions bigger. Everybody wants to play against more people, larger payouts. Nobody wants to play in a division of 3 people, right? So we've leaned into that piece. So the idea of the forward tee is to give people that need it the ability to stay competitive. But at the same time, like there are checks and balances to keep people from taking advantage of it. We don't want somebody to manage their handicap in an 8.6 playing the forward tees all the time. In the old rating, you could shoot a 78 and it might be a 9. And then your other player shoots 79 and it's an 8 and they get promoted, right? So you were explaining that. And so it's one of those things, there is a handicap disadvantage. If you're consistently at the bottom end of your division, it's absolutely in your best interest to move back 100%. But if you're, an 11 or 12 in D3, it makes sense to play the forward tees because it's going to help you to be competitive, and you'll be competitive when you play well, and when you don't play well, none of us are competitive when we don't play well. So,
right.
It puts you in the right spot. And so now keep in mind with some of the new promotion rules, because we are leaning into the fact that player of the year matters. We are doing things to allow our players that have either A, played with us for a really long time, or B, have played a lot of rounds with us this season, some flexibility. So they're not getting promoted by one good round or when their index goes, 1 decimal point below where it's supposed to. Some of those benefits aren't available if you're playing the forward tee. And so there are other ways to handle it. The member manual spells it out, but the pros are if you need it, if you're at the high end of your division, it's going to help you be competitive. The cons are if you're at the bottom of the division, it's going to hurt you from a handicap perspective because it's designed to keep you from being able to stay in the low end of your division and beat up on everybody.
Yep. And I love the line of lines. We need to highlight that for everybody, which is when you play well, you're going to be competitive. And when you don't, you're not going to be competitive. That's the point, folks. Is when you're not playing well, don't expect.
It kind of works the same way for the guys that play on TV.
Right. 1,000%. And Ed McDougall's been texting Jody and I did see it. There is a great 2-day alongside Suelo for those that don't want to go all the way west at Muscle Shoals. That's going to be a really great event. I'm trying to get Tim and Joe to write me a commission check because St. Louis is sending like 20 people since we're at Suelo, but I can't say on the live what Joe told me when I suggested that.
If we can avoid the rain, which is, anytime wintertime in the South, that's the only thing you have to worry about is the rain. If you can avoid the rain, those 2 golf courses are really, really good. Schoolmaster and Fighting Joe are a couple of really good tracks, a lot of fun to play.
Absolutely. That was actually where we were when COVID happened and you called me.
There you go.
This day in APT history between Sand Hollow and those 2 golf courses.
I was in Sand Hollow with Fegley trying to avoid the end of the world.
Yep.
Right. So
trying to figure out what were we trying to find? Oh, thermometers.
It's the great thermometer
where can we
story.
find a thermometer?
How do I know if I have a fever? Come on, man.
Oh gosh. So funny. Chuck wants to know what months are you thinking about Hawaii? So I would tell you my history. You're not wrong. However, probably with our schedule, the ability to get out there,
not September.
Probably November's the best month. November's usually a great month in Hawaii. The wind's usually down a little bit. It's dry. The only downside, November's the dry month. It's dry season out there. The other time of year I'd love to go. I've been in 2 months most of the time I've been out there. The other is February. February's fun because it's whale season, which some of the guys go, why do you care about whale season? You go out on a 20-foot raft and watch a 50-foot whale jump like 15 feet from your boat and tell me it's not something cool. That's all I'm saying. Whale season in Maui's really special. Definitely need to go to whale watch if you're out there. But one of those 2 months would probably be the target. February is a little bit more expensive, but it's also very, very nice. November's a great time to be out there.
When is direct energy weapon season?
Yeah, I know, right? That's summer usually.
Is it too soon for that?
Oh, that's why we're all
we went out there. We went out there 3 months after that whole thing, and everywhere we drove, you'll appreciate this. Literally, my Facebook was littered with attorney ads. There was everything out there.
Wow.
And but in all seriousness, I have a very special.
Why would I appreciate that?
Ambulance chasing piece of. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Woo! So hurtful.
But anyways, no, I have a real special place in my heart for Lahaina. A lot of great memories down in Lahaina. What happened there was absolutely horrific. Of any of the devastation, lived through a tornado growing up and, walked out back door to see my whole neighborhood gone. It didn't even compare to, there's a bypass in Lahaina. You kind of drive up the mountain and on top, you can kind of just see what's below. And there's just something really eerie about the palm trees that are just completely burnt out and not even moving in the wind. Yeah. Just absolutely crazy. I'm looking forward to get back and seeing what they've rebuilt. And there's some great places, great people on the island. Definitely a place I want to take our APT friends to. And since we talked about the forward tees, the idea honestly came from the Skins game in Maui. Is where the original idea came from. Okay. So
that's where I've spent my. Well, they had it at Poipu Bay in Kauai. I've played there, and I've played up at Makai up north part of the island there.
I will tell you, in a Kona wind, the back nine at the Royal Course at Kaanapali is the hardest 9 holes I've ever played. Every hole is into the wind in the wrong direction.
Yeah. It's sustained. Yeah. Just remember, there's not going to be many discounts on the Hawaii trip. That's the number
No,
one.
they don't have to discount anything.
No.
That's okay. We can find some Kamaina rates. I do have some friends, so
There you
we'll have some fun.
There you go.
Well,
Oh
good.
boy, scored a football game. Anybody know?
Do not know. Can tell you though.
Hey. Yeah.
Matt's talking about Mick Fleetwood's. Yeah, man. Mine was Lahaina Pizza Company. Anybody on here ever been to Lahaina Pizza Company?
Not.
That was my spot, man. Second floor on Front Street, overlooking the water and the harbor. And they used to have like $2 beers. And so my off days from playing golf, when we'd be out there, I would just sit up there and hang out and just enjoy life.
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's fair.
really, really good.
That's fair. I enjoy how we spent a long time talking about Hawaii, and there was no real reason for that.
And then plan a trip there.
I know. It's amazing. Next thing you know, in 6 months or, whenever, you're like, oh, yeah, that was that random day before Halloween. It all got figured out. All right. Baltimore's 14-3.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you pick them this week?
No, left the Thursday game alone.
Bubba Gumps.
Yep.
Lingenfelter, have you even been to Maui?
Acts like he has.
I know.
But hey, a couple other good spots for a trip like that for us to put something together for a smaller group would be Gamble Sands, which would be a really
Wine
fun.
trip.
Yeah, and they've got a new golf course there as well that's opened up, the Scarecrow. So now you have 2 full 18-hole courses plus the short course.
Yep.
That's a one of those really difficult places to get to. Like there's no easy way to get there, but once you're there, you don't want to leave. You just want to hang out and stay on property and play. Sand Valley is another great option. It's kind of the cheaper version of Bandon. All the same style of golf courses and sand and hard, fast golf courses with a lot of roll and run and all that. Just don't have the ocean. Went there in July with the Raider team or the Raider Cup and had a great time. So that would be another good spot to go. And then, I'm dying to get back to Cabot. So anytime I have an opportunity to put something together to take a group and go back up to Cabot, I'm already ready to go.
Speaking of a place that's kind of difficult to get to.
Yeah, I mean, you have to really kind of make up your mind which way you want to do that. There's 2 options for getting to Cabot. You either have to fly into Halifax and drive about 3.5 hours out east, or if you want to get creative, you fly into Sydney, Nova Scotia, which is on the far east coast, the southeastern tip of Nova Scotia, and then you drive the opposite direction back up around counterclockwise around Cape Breton Island. So both good options. Good, just some phenomenal golf out there. Great place to go.
Yeah.
Great trip when you're trying to get away from the
heat.
dog days of summer in the southeast and humidity. Just go up to Nova Scotia, drink, eat all the lobster you can get your hand on super cheap. Drink the higher octane Canadian beer.
Yep.
And enjoy low humidity and cooler days. It's a lot of fun.
No, absolutely. A lot of good places to go. I know we talked about a wine trip on here. We talked about Fegley was talking about a bourbon trail trip.
Yeah,
we can do some fun stuff. I'll reach out to my guy in Maui. We've been talking about doing Hawaii for a couple of years. The Lahaina Fire, the problem is not getting the golf, it's getting the lodging. And so the resort areas in Kaanapali, and a shout out to the resorts for doing this, but the resorts housed all the people that were displaced. And so the resorts essentially shut down to house their employees as they rebuilt, which made lodging scarce. But a really cool thing, kind of watching that happen. And so now that everything's opened up, I have a guy to do some home rentals out there so we can start to figure out what we need to do to make that happen. But I think we need to get that going sooner rather than later. That'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Three
So-
more spots gone at Kiowa.
Oh,
It's getting there.
it's getting there.
I mean, it's
Slowly but surely.
November,
So-
December, January. It's 4 months away.
Right?
Hey, one other question that is kind of important that I did notice. All the national majors are up as far as schedule, correct?
Yep. Everything is posted except for the pre-event at Big Cedar, which is going to be at Mountaintop, and the pre-event at Sequoia.
Okay, cool. So that's an important one for everybody out there as you're making your schedule for the next year. Everything is posted. The open dates
Are also posted.
as well, so you can plan on when you need to set your alarm to make sure you can sign up and get in. So,
And one note, we did move, had a scheduling conflict with Anbrier. So we did move that event a week earlier. So what is posted is correct. We posted about that on social today. The 13th and 14th of June will be the event at Anbrier.
perfect.
So Father's Day being late kind of threw everything in a loop this year.
Right?
So
Yeah, because as soon as you said to change the date, I was like, "Oh no, is that Father's Day weekend?" You were like, "No, it's week before now." It's like, "Whoa, okay."
Cool.
Works
I
for
love
me.
how I'm dressing up as Chris Isom for Halloween to hand out candy wearing my APT hoodie. Just make sure you put a winter coat over that.
Yes, even if it is 80 degrees outside.
And you need to have a thermometer that's like stuck at 85 when you do that.
And you're wearing your long johns underneath.
Got to
Yeah.
stay warm.
Got to call Jack Curry, have him send you some 200 long johns.
There you go.
Can we
And make
please,
sure you talk to all those kids about pace of play.
can we make Chris the poster child for our next partnership with whoever makes a heated vest?
Ooh.
Yeah. We're going to make him a paid endorser. Hey, guys, you need to sponsor our tour because we have this guy and he'll be wearing your product when it's 87 degrees and sunny outside. So while most tours, you'll get 2 months of advertising.
365 days of advertising.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
That's pretty
Uh-oh.
funny.
Won't for long.
Black Desert is a local event?
No. Well,
For a brief moment.
not anymore.
There you go. I love it,
Thank
man.
you for finding that.
The accountability is good.
Yeah. I'll have to pick on Dennis. He did that one for us. He did all the hotel stuff, so it's okay.
I mean,
Oopsies.
if you want to know what somebody did on the back nine while they were leading the golf tournament, just ask a fellow APT competitor.
That was a good one last night in the competition committee call.
It was. It was kind of fun.
It was fun.
The difference between pressure and manipulation.
And sometimes it's like, no, they just
They
hit
just-
2 balls in the water.
That was pressure. Oh. Love it. All right.
Cool. Well, if you don't have any questions, we will see y'all next week. We get a little preview what opens next week. I'm not even sure what opens next week. Another something.
11-6. We got Bedford.
Oh, Bedford.
Bedford.
We love
That's
some
an
Bedford.
important one.
Still my favorite Omni course that I've played.
Ooh.
I'd agree with that.
He let them know who granddad was or whatever they said. Little brother.
No disrespect at all to our friends at Homestead. Both were great courses and lots of fun, but I'm still
Privy to the
on
one up
Bedford.
north.
See, I think it's one of those, like it's a 10 if you're going to play these two places 10 times,
yeah.
what do you break it up? I'm 6'4" to Bedford. I mean, it's close.
Well, are we playing both courses at Homestead
Just
or just
Cascades. The old course, I'm probably 7'3". I really like the old course. I didn't think I was going to like the old course. I thought the old course was going to be a warm up for the Cascades, but the old course was charming.
No, it's definitely
It was really good.
It says all the 6,100 yards you want.
Yeah. Yeah, you stretch that out to 7,000 yards, and you'd have a long day with those greens.
Yeah, I don't know that they want to do that. I mean, you think about it, it was 6,100 yards. Was it 71? Par 71? I think it was 36, 35.
Yeah.
So it's par 71, and some of those fours were pretty strong, pretty stout. Now the fives were a little bit shorter.
Yeah, but they were hard though. It's like one of those things you'd have 8-iron into them, but
yeah,
with the wind and the trees, and like you weren't hitting the green, and when you missed the green, you had no chance of getting up and down unless you missed in the one spot you could.
Yeah. It's another one of those courses that the more you play it, the old course talking about, the more you play it, probably the easier it gets and the more comfortable you get playing around it. But having tried not to die the night before and then showing up and playing in 20-mile-an-hour winds in the mountains, seeing it for the first time.
Right.
First time touching my clubs in 3.5 months.
After almost getting your head taken off by a tractor trailer wheel.
Yeah. So I think I heard somebody say they had like 42 putts. Like I could see that actually.
Sweet, another green in regulation. I made bogey.
Yeah.
Right.
So great track though, great setup. Loved the hotel was super nice. Great little town. Still just a Bedford guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, look at this. Thank you, Chuck. 1 for 1 in 26. Let's go. I'm trying to stay perfect.
Oh,
hey, there we go. That's our first 5-star review of the year.
There we go. Hopefully not the last.
hopefully not the last.
So there we go. But appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be back next week. Open in Bedford, talking about that. We'll keep have some more guests. May even have another new chapter. We got at least one more to announce. So there's that. A couple new areas, another new market for us we're excited about. So just to recap, Western Kentucky, we've added Tucson, we've added Orlando, we've added Western North Carolina, which they had 50-some players last week.
52, I think. No, 54.
So that'll be fun. But
they all have a challenge. The gauntlet was thrown down by Denver last year. So
yep.
If you're going to be a new chapter, you got to get over 200 members in your first year, like Denver did.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Pretty stinking impressive. So, well, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's always fun hanging out with you guys on a Thursday night, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Excuse me, Mr. Fowler? Aren't you forgetting something?
Thanks, man.